Saviour of the broken heart.
So Saviour of the Broken Heart came out of post-production from our last record, Technicolor, and I was in the foyer with a guitar, sitting down, and I was just jamming the song, and I had the melody and had just one line, Saviour of the Broken Heart, and I remember Sam hearing it from the studio, come rushing out and saying, "Bro, what's the song? You know, we should work on it." And so we worked on it for a year and a half, and we really wanted to incorporate, you know, what we had experienced from going to third world countries like Rwanda and the Philippines, and we kind of wanted to bring that into the song.
Yeah, and I remember there was this one night on one of our tours when we were in Budapest in Hungary, and we were all sleeping in this one room on bunks, and some of us on the floor. And I remember it got to 3 a.m. and all the boys were fast asleep, and I just couldn't sleep that night. I don't know if it was jet lag or God stirring something, but I remember just feeling really far away from home and thinking about, you know, what's the point of us being away and doing this. And I started thinking, you know, our ministry is not just about like a great worship set or worship time, but it's about going wherever we're led and just bringing God to those places and bringing a bit of the love of Christ to those places. And I started thinking about the imbalance that we've seen in the world, and thinking about how where we live is so much different to these other countries. And I started seeing images of some of the kids we'd met in Rwanda and Thailand and stuff flashing before my eyes, and I got really stirred and upset. And I was thinking about this quote from, you know, Rob Bell, where he talks about how we're always thinking, what can we do to get to heaven? But what we should be asking is, what can we do to bring heaven to earth, to bring heaven here? And I was thinking, you know, what does the kingdom of heaven look like? And the kingdom of hope is what I was thinking, you know. And the kingdom of hope is of a God who is all about the broken and the desperate people. And if we're called to be followers of Christ, we're called to be people who are following that example and bringing, I guess, bringing the kingdom of hope to this earth. And the thing you learn from Jesus' example is that it was something that cost him. You know, we're great at saying, that's why I love the line in the bridge, we're great at saying, "I love and adore you, my heart's beating for you." But then we're not that great at following that up with, "So I take up the cost to carry the loss." I really believe that the church has this incredible power to bring compassion and love to the world around us, and that's where that line, "compassion rests within your bride, who are we not to have shined its light," comes from. It's almost like saying, you know, we call ourselves one thing, but we're not actually often living that out, and who are we to let that slip? In that moment in Budapest, I opened my journal because I was so shaken up, and I just started writing. And in about 5 minutes, that bridge came out lyrics-wise. And what was amazing was that it kind of wrote itself, and it was something of a kind of personal mission statement. I felt like God was saying, this isn't something you guys have nailed, this isn't something you got mastered, but this is kind of prophetically, this is what I want you to be doing.
Yeah, even in our streets, like walking in our city, we see so many homeless people, and you know, I'm reminded myself that I've got to continually, you know, walk and, you know, do what God's placed in my heart. So
I think God often puts things in your heart when he's trying to teach you something. So this feels like a song that God's trying to teach us something with.